today's the day I've decided to clean out and go through all of the herbs and spices and baking ingredients that I've got. I have not done this in 2 years and it's time to do it. Normally I like to keep the herbs and spices up on the top rack in alphabetical order so I can find them. And now they're all messed up. Because this is a Lazy Susan and it's very dark in the back there, a 2-pound bag of brown sugar fell off and was in the corner, so I had to pull out some stuff so I could go grab it. And so yeah, that's kind of what prompted me to do this. So I had to take everything out, wash all the shelving off, check the back to see if anything else fell over. And this will probably take me the better part of a day. This is the top shelf. I'm going to see if I could kind of put a couple of these containers together if there's just a little bit left in one. Most of these go for $1 at my local discount store, and every once in a while they have a big sale and they're like 80 cents, so I usually stock up. I've got all sorts of crazy stuff here. This is the best. I got this in Vermont. It's wonderful. Nutmeg, I use whole nutmeg and I grate it. I got this, I think I got this originally in the Caribbean. And then I got more at the health food store. I'm trying to open it, but I keep it sealed pretty tight. So those are the whole nutmeg, and there's a little teeny tiny grater in there, and it's really good. It's so much better than the stuff in the jar, and it lasts a really long time. Okay, some of these, and actually I have caraway seed. I don't even like caraway seeds. I just keep it because my next door neighbor makes Irish soda bread and she constantly runs out and asks me if I have any. So I keep some on hand just for her. We get bouillon in these big containers. This is really good. They're like $4.98. Lasts a long time because I make my own rice-a-roni. Like, here's a blend that I make. This is a curry, and you just use a couple of tablespoons of the mix when you're making the rice-a-roni, and it uses the powdered bouillon as a base, so I usually go for the bigger ones. And Crisco, my gosh, Crisco is like almost it was over $5. Yeah, $5.88 for one container. I got these alfalfa sprouts, and normally these are, see, I write the price, so it's $10 on Amazon or at the health food store, but at my discount store, it's on the same exact thing on sale for $3, so I got a couple of bags. These are great. I use these as my greens in the winter. These are huge containers that I bought. If you look, like in the Spanish section of the grocery store, these large containers are a lot cheaper than the little tiny ones. But I just keep on refilling these. So, like, I've got oregano, but I grew oregano, so I'm going to add my homegrown in there. And the same thing with the basil. Yeah, it's time to add some more to that. But I really like these big containers. And then I've got things like, this is sesame oil. There's things that I keep right at the front of the Lazy Susan so I could grab them easier. I've got some of my stuff for canning. Things like good season dressing mix. I only use that occasionally in a pasta salad. Lots of different salts, smoked salts, peppercorns. I really like this stuff. This is a very small grocery store in Connecticut that has their own brand of things. They're really good. They have all these great rubs to use, lemon, pepper, citrus rub. I've got citrus ginger, basil, poultry with cranberries. That one's really good. And another basil citrus. This stuff is great. So that's the top shelf. I got it all cleaned out. I washed everything, looked in the back for anything missing, and I'm going to take everything out of the bottom rack now. This is where I keep all of my baking ingredients. So that's going to be next. Okay, so that's all cleaned out underneath. Gosh, I had to like crawl inside there in order to get the very back, but that's all cleaned up. So over here is, these are all the baking ingredients here. Different kinds of jello, brown sugar. I've got a basket that I keep all of these little paper cups in for muffins and breads. Cocoa powder. Tapioca was really hard to find, and I managed to find it, and so I grabbed a couple. That lasts a long time. Little molasses, chocolate chips, missing brown sugar, lots of different kinds of tea, regular, herbal, caffeinated, decaf. I have more in the basement pantry. Cornstarch. I really like this container, so I'm just going to keep on refilling it. Baking soda. Looks like I need some more. I put some in the freezers to absorb odors. Lots of baking powder. Again, I like this container, so I'm going to keep on refilling it. Confectioner sugar. I totally forgot I had poppy seeds, so I dragged out my recipe for lemon poppy seed bread. I'd like to make that. Lots of pectins for canning season. And I found more salts that I put over here in the pile of salt. And I think that's about it. I'm going to go through everything and kind of look at the dates and stuff, and put on my list anything I need, like the molasses. I know I need more of that. So this has taken about an hour to do so far. Well, I finally finished. After a couple of hours of working on it yesterday, I was really tired, so I saved it for this morning and went through everything, put some of these spices, but there was only a little bit in one into another one, so I eliminated a lot of them, moved stuff around, reorganized so it's all in alphabetical order so I can find them. Shifted a few things, like I put the bags of alfalfa spread all together in one big mason jar, a little scoop in there. I took a lot of the herbs that I grew, ground them up with the food processor, and put them in these little jars here. So like the sage and tarragon, thyme, I did a big thing of rosemary. That one I left whole. And then I went through all of my baking ingredients and tea down here. I took all of the ingredients and things I use for canning. I took those out and put those in the basement with the canning jars. There's no need to have those up here taking up room. So I kind of figured out what else I needed and put it on the grocery list. But it's a lot better, much, much better. All clean. And I better not wait another 2 years before I go through this again.